What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and can you guess that we hit another banger? If you watched yesterday's trade recap, I taught you how to use the golden pocket to time the market and catch a beautiful long setup. And guess what happened today? Same exact thing. We used the golden pocket. So if you have not watched yesterday's video, I talked a little bit more in depth about the golden pocket, so make sure you go watch it. I'm like super dark today. But we'll quickly go over, we'll recap today's trade. A lot of the people in the chat room in the Discord that caught this live with me wanted to know how I caught it. And I broke it down live, and I'll be breaking down over on YouTube, so you can keep an eye on it. So if you want to join our Discord, trade live, catch trade like this with me every single day, use code 39, that's number 39, at WAP link down below for $39 on your first month, which is a pretty good deal in my opinion. So first of all, we have ES and NQ. I took the long on ES, but NQ setup was also there. If we go to yesterday's range, guys, yesterday we had a really bullish day on NQ and on ES. So I drew my fib from the bottom of yesterday all the way to the top today. And will you guess it, we had a golden pocket in combination with a 1 hour fair value gap. So if we look at this fair value gap right here, lined up perfectly with the GP, so giving us 2 bullish confluence points, and again like the halfway point of that fair value gap, as well as we're in a bullish uptrend. So if there is going to be the golden pocket should be a bullish one. It goes overall, if we look at the trend, it is a bullish one. At the same time, I was looking at this 859 area on ES to get taken out, and we went much lower. I will say like so do went much lower. So price did surprise me in that regard, but once it got back over, I felt very bullish. I missed initial entry at the GP because it was very fast and it was a very strong downtrend. But guys, if the bottom is really in, you will always find a re-entry. Now, price was very fast and we found a re-entry in 2 different points. This inversion for value gap here, as soon as it closed, we enter a long position, as well as here, very similarly on NQ. There was the same setup. Someone else took it on ES, someone else took it on NQ. I personally took it on ES and banked about 2 positions, 7,005. It was about $9,300. I brought my overall balance down to $200,558 on the live account. So not too shabby at all. So here, make sure I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording. Sometimes guys, when you make videos, like a lot of times I forget to hit record. If you see me like freaking out for a second, I'm like, oh shit, was I recording? Yes, I was. Or my full TP was this previous day price. I thought price will get to the previous day close. You guys know it's always going to be a key important level to look at for the market. And as you can see, as we took full TPs, you can leave some runners for the pre-market highs. So we did get the full TP. Now on NQ, we got very much the same. I did not want to say about my welcome today. I did not really want to trade too much. You know, there's a lot of people that would like, hey, I had an insane trade, let me just keep trading. I don't like to do that, guys. You have to understand, whenever you trade, whenever you have a really good day, take the win and then just move on. I promise you, it's going to be much better than if you sit there, try to trade all day, over trade, and then eventually lose your profits. Especially when you have news, guys. We have a ton of earnings tonight. We have Microsoft tomorrow. We have Apple. Tonight, I think we also have Meta, which could be very interesting. So the Nasdaq is going to move crazy. I did not think we're going to get a huge selling day after yesterday's nice day that we had. Like, you know, the market was very strong yesterday, so I didn't think we were going to get a strong selling day. But I did think, because AMD did not report very good earnings last night, we might get a nice pullback. And I also talked about this when the mentorship students. I do want a back test of a little bit lower before we went higher. The reason being, I did not want the price. If you look at NASDAQ on the larger time frame, we look at NASDAQ and we look at ES, the larger time, we did not really want to leave these fair value gaps behind. Right? We want, like, this price yesterday had opened up here. So it means we were left a fair value gap behind like this. So I did want price to back test and then close back up above. So if today we close this in the green, I do think NASDAQ has a really good chance to hit all-time highs. Very, potentially even, we got the elections coming up. It would not be very surprising if we hit this by the time of the election. If we hit all-time highs right on the election day, it would be very poetic. And guys, I do have a video coming out. Make sure you probably be posted later today or tomorrow, where we're gonna be looking at some different things with elections, where to put our money, which sectors to watch, how like tariffs, taxes are going to impact the markets, and what we think about the market. So I'm going to have that video, like you guys requested it, so I do want to upload it. Excuse me. So today, guys, is a pretty basic setup. Find the bottom and the large time frame key area that lines up with the large time frame analysis, guys. That's it. Line up your larger time frame to a small time frame entries. You're always going to have two things, guys. Large time frame area, that's going to be your GP, that's going to be your liquidity area, and then you want the low time frame entry, and that's what this was, IVFG, right? Price here did not want to pull back fit, pulling back to the GP of this move. I would have entered there with a test stop loss here, but we did not find it, so we had to settle for IVFG entry, which is not like what I really love. The GP entry to me is much better. I spoke about it why in yesterday's video. But this IVFG entry was well enough. We took some profits at 5869, and then we took the rest here, and I got a runner still running. I got a stop loss at 5869 now, hoping I was going to get this 5885. So guys, pretty simple, guys. You notice a lot when you watch these recaps, guys, it's simple stuff. It's the same stuff I'm teaching you over and over again. And you see it working day in, day out. You just need to master it and start seeing it for yourself. So I hope this video helped. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I don't want to overcomplicate. I don't want this to make a 2-hour lecture just me yapping like ICT does. But a whole different story. And while we're on the topic of ICT, guys, go follow the Twitter. I'm going to try to tweet a little more. But as you guys see, yesterday I was having some trouble with my streams. And ICT felt the same. He was having trouble with his streams too. So maybe they're after him. And after me, because you guys are banking every single day with me. And as always, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next recap, all right? And watch the other video I'm upload and the law podcast. I got so much content coming. It's crazy.